What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing The Sims 4. For today's video, we're going to be doing part 2 of creating Disney princesses as Sims. In our last episode, we created Belle from Beauty and the Beast, Mulan from Mulan, and of course Ella, aka Cinderella. So let's get started on our new Disney princesses. First up, honestly, this is a pretty perfect base because I want to start off today creating Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Alright, first off, Tiana from Princess and the Frog is just a little bit deeper than this. Let's see if we can find a good skin tone for her. I'd say she's probably a little more warm than this. I think this one looks good, or maybe this one. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna lie, these Sims colors, what is this? This is purple, girl. This looks purple! I'm so sick of the Sims. Let me add a skin detail first to kind of get a better look at it. I'm gonna do this skin detail right here from Twisted Cat. And now we can go back to the skin tones. I think this one's kind of cute. I feel like this skin tone is pretty good, so let's move on. Let's start with the eyes. For Tiana's eyes, she has very rounded eyes, almost almond, so I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna bring them out just a little bit and maybe make them a little bigger. I think that looks pretty cute so far. Yes, her eyes are very rounded and they go up in the corners here, so I will add that. And I'm gonna move this part over like this. I'd say this looks pretty good. For the eyebrows, I think these are pretty good, but I will just tweak them a little bit. So she has pretty arched eyebrows. I lied. She actually has pretty straight eyebrows. And they're maybe just a little bit spread out, and this part can be a little more up. For her nose, honestly, I feel like this nose looks pretty good, but I do want to move it a little more up. I'd say that looks pretty good. And honestly, these lips are kind of perfect. I'm gonna bring these up just a tiny bit. I feel like she would be smiling a lot, and maybe make this one a little bigger. Here's how that is looking. For her face, she has a very soft jaw with a very soft chin. I say this looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit too soft right there. I'll just open that up a little bit. I think this looks okay so far. Now let's do her makeup. Where is it, girl? She has purple-ish shadow in most of the pictures I'm looking at. I want to turn down the brightness, and then I want to turn down the opacity. Wait, that's so cute. For her eyeliner, she has a pretty thick, sharp eyeliner that goes out to the side. I think this one looks pretty good. I'm gonna add these lashes right here. And I want to do this blush. I'll do it in this purple-ish color right here. Actually, maybe I'll just do it in that purple color and obviously turn down that opacity. How cute is that? I like that a lot. Let's do the lips now. So I just came across this and I think we found our culprit. I feel like this actually makes so much sense. Maybe I just need to make 10 outfits for her. At this point, I feel like that's the only option. And I'll do this pleated skirt in just white. And look how cute this is. For her shoes, I think I'm going to add these ones with the little socks. Oh, this is so adorable. I love it. We're just going to give her a cutesy watch. Oh, you can't see it. I'm going to give her a little bag because I just feel like it makes sense. She is indeed a working woman, and I'm just going to make it that yellowish color. For the rings, I'm going to give her these ones. I feel like they're pretty cute, and she's definitely a gold girly. How adorable. They have the moons and stuff. And for her nails, I'm going to give her these shorter French tips. Actually, I'm not liking how they're looking, like the color wise, so I think I'm going to change it. Oh gosh, what are these color options? I think I'm just going to do these ones, and I'll do green. How cute are those? And I think that is the entire... Oh, wait, no. We have to add some more accessories onto the face, so let's do that. I think I'm going to do these pearls for the earrings. Like I said, she just gives off that very classic vibe to me. Vintage, but also timeless. Almost like old money, if that makes sense. And then for the necklace, I'm going to do this one because it has pearls in it. And I think that is her outfit all complete for Princess Tiana. What do we think? What's Tiana's last name? Her last name is Rogers. Interesting. I just looked it up and her last name is Rogers, so there's that. And let's start off. Obviously, for her aspiration, I'm gonna click Master Chef. That's pretty obvious. I don't even need to explain it. And then for her first trait, I'm going to pick Ambitious. I feel like she's very driven. For her second trait, I am going to pick family orientated. I feel like she is just very loyal to her family. And then for her last trait, I'm going to pick foodie, of course. I feel like that's obvious. And here is Princess Tiana, all complete. Let's move on to our next sim. For this next sim, I think I'm going to do Ariel, Rapunzel, but I feel like I don't have enough insight right now for Rapunzel. So let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna start doing the same thing for every sim. So we're gonna pick a preset face. Then we're gonna add skin details because I feel like that's the next important factor. And then we can pick the skin tone. I'll do this one right here. And now we can get into the face. Girl, make her bald though. So again, she's a cartoon. Her eyes are very big. This is honestly a perfect color for her eyes. I'm gonna make them very open. And actually, this corner of hers just goes down. She has pretty much circles for eyes. And I'll make these a little bit bigger, wider. I'm going to give her maybe a little less right here. I think that looks pretty good. Oh, wow. Her forehead is huge. It's fine, right? She kind of looks like an alien. I'm low-key a little bit scared. Her eyebrows are pretty much just tiny slits. I'm not going to lie. I will make these red. I don't even know if I have to do anything. Oh, I can't make these red? I'll do these ones right here. Oh, they don't have red? Interesting. Then I'll do these ones. Perfect. Here's how her face is looking. Let's go on to the makeup. I'm gonna add this one as I like the wet look, I guess. I feel like it makes sense, especially for her character. All right, for her eyeliner, I'm gonna do this one. It's a little more subtle than the rest. For her eyelashes, I want to have them be more focused on the outside. So maybe these ones. Or those are cute. Her blush needs to be just focused on the edges. Oh wait, that is such a cute blush. I'm going to turn down the opacity a little bit and make it a little bit more red. And then for the lips, I'm just going to make them red. I feel like these lips need to be a little bit wider though. I'm not trying to make them thick. I'm trying to make them wide. Whatever. Let's just do it like that. And then I'll just make them thinner. That looks better. I think I might do her lips. Actually, no, I think it looks fine. Here is her face all complete. Now let's move on to the hair. I actually had this downloaded, which is specifically made for Ariel. And it has the right swatch. Honestly, it's very pretty and I might just use it, but I want to take a look around first. We have this one, which is very reminiscent of her hair in the sea. I think that first one was the best. And that second one was pretty good too. So our options are this one right here or this one. Go for the top one. I think I'm gonna go for this one. I feel like this is pretty cute. So let's move on to the outfits. I do want to focus on purples. So she's, oh no, they don't have this in purple. I was really counting on that. She's a mermaid, so I was thinking of giving her something like this. She would be used to it. It wouldn't be anything weird or new for her, but they don't have it in green, so I'm gonna skip that. This one's okay. Actually, that's pretty cute. I feel like this one's pretty cute as well. I don't think she'd be a stranger to showing off her midriff because she was a mermaid. I kind of love this one for her though. Well, her top was actually purple, so maybe I can do that. Oh, but this purple's ugly. She's looking a little thin. I feel like something like this would be pretty good. I don't know. I just don't think it looks right on her, but I do love the idea. How about this one? And if I did it in purple, I feel like that looks pretty cute. This one's honestly perfectly just like her seashell bra, but I don't want it to look like that. I think I'm gonna go with this one. It just feels right. So let's go to the pants. And I don't know. I feel like she would wear a skirt or maybe even shorts, but I don't think she'd wear pants. I feel like this one's pretty cute. And it does have this purple color, which is kind of nice. But now I'm not so sure about the top because I feel like this outfit just looks so boring. So maybe if I change the top to the other one, it could look cuter. I'm going to do this one only because it looks cuter, but I do like the other shirt better for her taste. And for her, I feel like she'd be wearing some type of really cute flat. Maybe even these heels. It looks like we don't have flats. Why are these an option? I don't know why, but she's giving me vibes like this. That makes sense. I feel like she's giving me these vibes. I'm going to do them in this green color. And let's just add some accessories now. I think I do want to do this little waist belt. And I think for her, she's more of a silver girly, so I'll do that. Ooh, I can do purple. And I can do green. I think I'll do green. That's really cute. I want to add these nails. And I think I'm going to make them red. Now I'm rethinking the shoes for some reason. So let's not do those. I don't know. She's giving a strappy sandal to me, but it doesn't really look like we have any. I don't really know if it makes sense to you guys, but it makes sense to me. I think it looks cute. Does it really match the outfit? No, but I think that's okay. Let's add accessories to the top half now. I think she'd wear these really goofy earrings right here, mostly because she's new to all this human stuff, right? So she just likes those trinkets and gizmos and all those things. And for her necklace, I kind of love something like this. It just makes sense in my head. I think this looks pretty cute. I want to change this belt, but I'm going to make it gold instead. All right, and I think that is it for her outfit. What are we thinking? This outfit all completes Miss Ariel from My Little Mermaid. I don't know her last name either. I don't know anybody's last name. So it literally says she does not have a last name. So there's your answer. So for her aspiration, I'm going to choose nature and the curator. This sim wants to collect everything the world has to offer. I feel like that's a pretty spot on pick. For her first trait, I'm going to choose love the outdoors because she just wants to explore everything and see it all. And for her second trait, I'm going to choose clumsy. I feel like that is a pretty good, especially since she's just now a human and she wasn't a human before. It makes sense. And for her last trait, romantic, I think it fits. She fell in love with a man because she saved his life. So that's pretty romantic if you ask me. And here she is, all complete, Miss Ariel. And I literally just made her last name C because... All right, let's move on to the last and final sim. Side note, I just went back and edited Tiana's face a little bit because I felt like it looked too adultish. And if you look at her face is very round and soft and just very much not sharp and angular like I had it. So here's her new face, much more soft and definitely more her vibe. For the last sim, I think I am going to attempt, keyword is attempt, Rapunzel. All right, we're going for the same dewy skin. I have to. Rapunzel has a fairly light skin tone. All right, for the eyebrows, she looks to have very thin eyebrows, maybe honestly something like this. And hers are the lighter brown. Something like that is kind of perfect. I'm going to move maybe this way. And Rapunzel has a very round face. So she has a very small chin and her cheeks are nice and full. I think the eyebrows look pretty good. The eyes need to be 180 degrees changed. She has pretty big eyes and they're kind of just circles, I'm not gonna lie. I think something like that is kind of good. Open those up and then I'm gonna take this and just enhance them. Oh my gosh, she looks a tiny bit insane, I'm not gonna lie. And these can be a little closer together. I kind of love that. Maybe these can even be a tiny bit lighter. I don't know. I think that color is fine for now. Her eyes are green, so I'll do that. Maybe even a lighter green. I'd say something like that is pretty good. God, I need to take off this makeup. That is so much better. Oh my gosh. I want to open this up even more, but it looks like that's the max. That's literally the max I can do anything, except for maybe those, but that looks insane. So for her nose, she has an upturned nose, so I'll try to mimic that here. And these lips are kind of good. I'm just going to make that bottom lip a little smaller and this one as well. And I'm going to bring that in a little more. Is there a way to bring this in, these corners, because they're so far out? I'd say that's fine. Oh my gosh, her eyes are freaking massive. Maybe I just make these a little smaller because they're looking a little crazy. She was looking like concerning. Let's go on to the makeup now. It looks like she has a slight tint. I'm low-key just going to use this default one right here. And maybe turn the hue to a slightly different color. That's pretty perfect. For the eyeliner, I'm actually not going to put any because it doesn't look like she has any. Unfortunately, these eyes already look like they have eyeliner. And I'm just going to give her these beautiful, just huge lashes. For the cheeks, she has blush that runs across her face. So I was thinking maybe this one. And I'll do it in this pink shade right here. Or maybe even this one. And just turn down the opacity. Her lips are a very slight tint of pink, so possibly this one? Why is that kind of perfect? I think I'm gonna leave that. Honestly, her face is shorter-ish. I don't know if that makes sense. Something like this, and I can move these down. Her forehead is gonna be huge though. Oh my gosh, and her chin is low-key looking a little too small. I think this looks better. It's definitely not 100% accurate, but I don't know. Rapunzel's a little hard to make right now. I feel like her look is very distinct almost. She's not necessarily animated like the rest of the Disney crew. Let's do her hair now. I think we all know what Rapunzel's deal is with her hair. It's long, it's blonde. That's pretty much it. I think this one's kind of good. It's a little bit plain, but she looks so weird in the face. Her face is actually not working for me. I don't think it looks anything like her. I think that's looking a tiny bit better. I don't know, this hair is really throwing me off. I don't think I really have a hair looks like Rapunzel's. If I did, that's kind of concerning. It would probably break my game. But I can always go for her short brown hair. I don't really want to do that because I don't think that's her iconic look. It's not her true look. Does that make sense? This one's pretty long. Oh my gosh, why is this one so difficult? I knew I didn't want to do her. She's so difficult already. Maybe this one? That's kind of cute. It kind of looks like her side part. I actually really like that. I think I'm going to keep that. Let's move on to the outfit. It's okay, it's not long, but we can only be so perfect. I'm gonna make this a little bit down. So her outfit is mostly purple with slight pink colors in there. And I want to take a look at the dresses. Let's see what we have going on here. I feel like she would be the type to wear dresses, even in real life. This is a cute little bodysuit. Ooh, this is cute. This tennis dress is adorable. None of these are giving. Yes, I feel like she would be the type to wear milkmaid dresses, if that makes sense. This one's pretty cute. They do have a pink. It's kind of ugly, though. This is the first kind of milkmaid dress. And it's purple! Wait, I kind of love it. I like this one, too. I don't know how I feel about that. I really want it to be purple. No. I'm between this dress right here and actually this dress right here. Now hear me out. I know it's not reminiscent of her actual outfits, but I feel like she would wear something like this. I think I'm actually gonna go for it because I do think she would wear something like this versus just trying to make it look like her outfit with the other ones. This one's also pretty cute with the corset, but it's a little too alternative for what I think she would be wearing. So let's go with this one. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling these socks, and I think I'll just do them in white. They have purple and they also have pink. Would going for pink be too much? Nah, I like it. And these Mary Janes are so cute. I just don't think they fit her style. Honestly, I can see her in Uggs and I don't really know why. I kind of hate that the socks are two different colors though. Maybe I could just make the Uggs pink? No, I hate that. I don't want to give them both the same shoes though. That's boring. I do feel like she would wear those shoes though. As much as I don't want to do it, I am going to give her these white Uggs. They kind of look like boots actually. But I just feel like they fit her vibe. She wants to be comfortable. She literally wore no shoes for most of her life, so I think she would like Uggs. Let's see for this look. And I'll add some rings, maybe these ones. How cute is that? And honestly, she's giving a silver girly to me, so... Wait, that one's even better because it has flowers. I like that one more. For these accessories, I want to do these little flowers in the hair. I think that's so cute. Kind of like the flowers that she had when her hair was in a braid. And for the earrings, let's see. I think I want to do these butterfly earrings right here. Oh wait, no, those are kind of big. Actually, I kind of love that. They do have pink ones. I'm going to do that then. And I'll do this one for the necklace. I feel like it just makes sense with her loving the flowers and plants. All right, and I think this is the final look for Rapunzel from Tangled. I don't know her last name either. Actually, she's married to Flynn Rider, so I'm just going to put Rapunzel Rider. Awesome. And then for her main aspiration, I'm going to say that she has creativity, and I'm going to put a painter. She literally painted her entire house. I feel like that's a big part of her identity. For her first trait, I'm actually going to give her the childish one, just because I feel like she has that very playful, fun personality. Not that I think she herself is childish. For her second trait, I'm going to go with bookworm. And for her third one, I think I'm going to go with loves the outdoors. What do you guys think of my Sims? Let me know in the comments down below. So here we have Mrs. Rapunzel Rider. We have Tiana Rogers. And then we have Ariel from My Little Mermaid with no set last name. Actually, now that I'm looking at these, I don't think the shoes make sense. I think her of all people would wear sandals. I like those sandals more. It just makes way more sense. And with that being said, that is all we had time for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and lets me know that you enjoy the content that I make for you. And comment down below which sim was your favorite. Personally, Tiana is my favorite that we made today. I feel like this just looks so amazing and definitely embodies who she is as a woman. Thank you so much for watching. I love you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Like and subscribe.